Today, I'm pretty excited. I've been working all last week on automating a bunch of our tedious SEO processes with NAN and OpenClaw and all sorts of other AI agents and seeing what works the best long term. But because we're automating a lot of it, I thought I would give away a gem. And this is my old SEO process that we're currently working on automating just from a spreadsheet. So this is our old spreadsheet that we use as a template. Every time we onboard a new SEO client, our automation creates a copy of this drive, and then we start working on it. I wanted to kind of feature what goes into onboarding a new SEO client, what we do in the first month. The first 30 days are the most important for us as an agency because that kind of sets the tone to how it is working with us. We don't want them to doubt their decision to work with us, and we want to instill confidence and get some quick wins. So there's a couple of things that we don't even advertise that we just do for clients to get results quickly. And I wanted to just share this template and share some of the things that we do so that you can see what I think is the most important SEO tasks that every agency should be doing, every business should be doing. And if you're not doing them already, pay attention and take notes on what it is that you should be doing. So the first week, before we even onboard the SEO client, usually I've already done an audit. So an audit is manually done. I've tried to automate this with lots of different agents, and nothing beats the good old fashioned a person who can actually view and tell what is wrong, because there's so many different ways that a website could be wrong. It's not all technical. It could be about branding. It could be related to their industry. So we still do a manual SEO audit. And this is an example of one we just did this week for a tree service company. They're thinking about signing up for our SEO services. And so we just list out things that they could do on their website to improve their rankings, like adding a Google Business Profile embed, open graph site name, point out NAP inconsistency if there is some, location page recommendations, what pages they should do. So this is an example of one. Let me show you a couple other ones. We also add, the schema markup, blogs, how to optimize their images, etc. Here's another one that we just did last week. It's for a water company. They do water softeners. Actually, I advised this guy not to do SEO. I didn't think SEO would be the best ROI for him. I recommended he do PPC and local service ads, but I still did an audit anyways because I want to find out, maybe there's some quick wins that would instantly get some rankings. So we always try to do an audit, even if we're not going to recommend SEO as a service. So this is our recommendations, product pages, how to optimize them. Right now he has all, etc. You can just see product page recommendations, canonical tags, what to optimize on his homepage, blocking the blog pages, adding a favicon, etc. So there's no tool that really audits as in depth as we try to do and finds your actual issues. You can always find, use SEMrush or other tools to find issues, but it's not the same thing as a good old-fashioned technical SEO audit. So we do these for free, by the way. Even if you're not planning on signing up for SEO services, if you ever need a second opinion on how your website is set up and want an SEO technical audit, you can send us a message. We'll do these free of charge. Within 1 week, you'll have a exact template of what you need to be doing. We give you the code. We give you everything. You can go and implement it yourself, or you can hire us to do it, and we'll have all of our recommended changes completed within month 1 of SEO. So that gives us the first month roadmap in general, technical SEO. We also do a quick NAP audit. We have a tool that scans for your business and all of the major platforms, Bing, Apple, data aggregators, etc. Make sure that it has, the name, address, and phone number accurate. This is another thing that we do during the first month of SEO. We always submit to all major data aggregators. We have our own connection, so we get it super cheap. And we add it to voice search. We will tell you if you don't have Yelp. We can't make Yelp for you, but help you set up Yelp, etc. And then, so we give you that audit. And then the other one that I like to use is from G&B Crush. G&B Crush has a great tool that does a quick SEO audit on the Google Business Profile. This is basically comparing your listing to the top 3 competitors that are ranking. So you can see if there's categories you need to add, if the other competitors have more photos, if they have, it just goes over all the Google justifications and tells you what you should improve. And so this is a really, really great tool that I like for quick GPP audits. And so that's the other one. So after we audit it, usually I'll do a call with someone and they'll sign up if they want to, and then we'll work on fixing all of the the issues that we found in the audits, both on the GBP, the website, which sometimes involves writing additional content to create additional pages. So if it's a bunch of additional pages, maybe it will take longer than the 30 days, but most of the time we're able to finish all of them. The other things that we do, we always try to have all of your social media accounts set up in the first 30 days. So, that's one of the GBP ranking factors is you want to have Google know about your brand. And so all of the really, really important branded profiles like Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, BBB is another huge one. We always try to get all clients to be on BBB. We'll set it up for you on the free account, but we encourage you to pay for it. It's one of those things that I think is worth the money, even though it's kind of a scam, just because Google and lots of customers do know about BBB and they trust it, and AI trusts it too. And so it's one of those necessary evils that I think it's worth paying for. This is our SEO spreadsheet that we use. This is created on automation, and then you can kind of like follow along with it. We have our onboarding checklist to make sure, see which ones we have access to. We have little tutorials here on sharing access. This is also all done through email. We use Go High Level to email and update you, and we have a little onboarding process that we like. These are all the top listings. So these are super important. These are like the most important branded profiles for your brand. These are all of the places that you can get third-party reviews on. So it's another one we always try to have. We do an audit on your brand to see which top profiles you have, which review profiles you have. And then we create a custom review landing page within the first few weeks of working together as well. I can show you one. Let me see. Let's pull up one of our current clients. So this is what a review link looks like. So we'll program these to go to the NFC cards and also send them out via text or email. Anytime you're asking for a review, instead of sending the Google review link, send this link instead. And this just makes it really easy for you to get multiple reviews from one customer. So instead of you just getting one Google review, you can ask them like, hey, if you don't mind taking 2 seconds, copying it and pasting on Facebook or BBB or Yelp or Houzz or wherever they might have an account. And it can greatly multiply your amount of reviews you're getting. And sometimes you'll have older people who don't have a Google account. They don't have a Gmail. They only have Yahoo or whatever. And so you can ask, instead of trying to get them to set up a Gmail account, you can have them, just leave your review on Facebook or Yelp or Angie or wherever other place they want to that doesn't require a Gmail account. And so by having all of these in place, you can track your reputation a lot easier, and you can get reviews on way more platforms than a lot of clients even realize that they have. So that is a super, super beneficial thing. Customers and clients and AI and Google are all searching for your reviews and reputation anytime they're trying to decide who to recommend. So if you're have reviews on 6 or 7 platforms, even if you don't have as many reviews on Google as your competitor, a lot of times you'll outrank them in Google Maps, and you'll outrank them in Bing and ChatGPT and every other place that is scanning your reputation. So I highly encourage you, even if you don't sign up with us, you should definitely at least Google yourself, Google my brand plus reviews and see what profiles are showing up, and then get those links, add them to your reputation campaigns. That's super foundational and important, and it helps you immensely by having those. I mentioned these earlier. So we always try to help the client set up all the social profiles that are foundational. The only one we can't set up is TikTok and LinkedIn, but we set up the rest of them if you don't have them, or we'll coach you on setting them up. We'll also just do a quick audit on your social profiles, make sure that the NAP matches, that it has a website link to it, that the hours are consistent, that it has a nice cover photo. We actually just design a cover photo for every profile for you in the first month, as well as an extra bonus, because it's really important, in my opinion, to have well-optimized brand. You want your, in my mind, SEO is really building your brand. And so you want to be consistent everywhere. You want to have everything unified and branded, so a lot of people will just have like this random picture as their cover photo, but having an actual brand that talks about what you do with a call to action on it is super helpful. Video marketing, we don't do usually in the first 30 days. We start that month 2. So, but it's, creating videos for you that we then post on all the social accounts. The sitemap is another one that we do in the first month. So we'll take a copy of your website. We'll put all the pages here, basically using Screaming Frog. And then we just check to make sure all of them are indexed and live. Then we have a keyword research page, third-party reviews, indexing, and then we have the other audit pages. GBP optimization, that's another one that's done in the first 30 days. We just, double check that all the basics are covered. Citations, we do, 20 citations every month, aside from the top ones. We do 1 press release in the first month, talking about your business. And yeah, there's a lot that we do, but we don't do all of these in the first month. Go live checklist. So this is specifically, these are only done when we're rebuilding your website too. So if we're rebuilding your website, we have this checklist to make sure that everything is proper and checked and quality controlled before we make the website live. And then on top of that, we have the on-page checklist. This is done both for website rebuilds and new clients. So this is just double checking that the on-page is and technical SEO is done, that it's well optimized for the user experience, it's optimized for conversions, etc. We have, our CRO checklist, on-page checklist. And then this is our website maintenance. So we're automating a lot of this now, but basically we do quality control checks on all of our clients, where we just have someone log in and check the page speed, have someone check to make sure there's no broken links. And we were doing it monthly. It became very time consuming. So now we've been automating most of it and then just quarterly doing a manual check. But yeah, these are super, super important foundational things. We don't do as much off-page SEO in the first month, really just the branded profiles, social profiles, and a press release, which I guess compared to some agencies who don't do any off-page SEO, that is still a lot, but it's not our main focus. Our main focus is cleaning up your brand, cleaning up your reputation, and cleaning up your NAP during the first month. The other thing that we always do is we set up your live reporting dashboard. So here's an example of one. If you have Google Ads, you'll have Google Ads on there, or Facebook ads, etc. But most SEO clients at least have the local service ads. You'll have Google Search Console, which we'll set up if you don't already have it, which shows, the analytics. You can see Google Analytics here, how many call button clicks they got, how many contact forms, etc. We'll also set it up so that it tracks LLM traffic, if there's any referral traffic from ChatGPT or Bing, etc. It's always really nice to see go up. Bing Search Console and Bing Places is another one that we set up. And then we set up your rank tracking on the GPTs, so we can see where you're ranking from different places. There's also one that I'm really excited about right now. We're building a tool that incorporates call tracking through the GeoGrid. So it's kind of a side note, but I'm just so excited about it. So anytime someone calls through your Google Business profile, it will show on the map where they called from. So it's tracking from when they searched, what keyword they searched, and where they called from. And it will also, we're even going to overlay it with property values. And so you can see like on our GeoGrid reports where they're ranking, how much money each area has, how many leads are coming from each area. So you can know which area you want to be focusing on and target those areas and have better data to make better decisions is basically the goal. So that's really cool. This is our NAP system, where we just check during the first month. Again, we do the data aggregators where it submits to all of these different profiles. So that is added. And then we also have, form submissions, calls, etc. if they are using our Go High Level. So that's pretty much the first 30 days onboarding with SEO. And still, like, the most important, I'm so surprised sometimes when I take over SEO from other clients who've been paying thousands and thousands for SEO, and they don't even have Google Analytics set up on their website, or they don't have Microsoft Clarity. That's another one that we set up in the first month. We always set up Microsoft Clarity, which does like screen recordings, so you can see where people are dropping off. It's super, super nice. If you look at our template, the onboarding checklist, it shows some of this stuff. Even just having this checklist done will make your brand way better. Having a BBB, a Yelp, TikTok, Reddit, etc. And then this is the one that I've struggled to get clients to do. I usually want people to prepare for suspensions just in case, you never know, so that your business won't be messed up if you ever get suspended or ask for re-verification. So these are all the documents that you could be asked for or you could use if you need to re-verify your business for the GMB. If you're doing Google PPC, these are the documents you need. If you're doing Bing PPC, these are the documents you need. LSA, Apple Maps, etc. So those are optional things that most of my clients never do until they're actually suspended. But it's really great. And so I'll share this link and you can see all these different guides, how to do everything related. I've also, maybe I'll even share a couple of our custom GPTs. I don't know. I have custom GPTs, which was my first version of automating our processes. So I have like a custom GPT that searches for your brand to see if it's listed on all these places for reputation management. Then I have one that searches for social profiles, and I have one for etc. So I have custom GPTs for a lot of these pages, which is really nice, but we're automating it and building it away from just ChatGPT. So instead of having to manually enter your brand, it's all automated from your onboarding form, where once you fill it out, we're actually doing SEO within seconds instead of having to manually do all of it. which is so exciting. We're like, I don't know. I feel like agencies, I'm so excited that I'm a agency that is not huge right now. I haven't wanted to grow. I haven't accepted any new clients for a while because I've been wanting to have time to pivot. I want to be able to innovate and find what's working, what's not working, innovate on SEO front, find out how to get ranked in ChatGPT, AI overviews, and finding out how to automate our processes the most so we don't have to raise our prices like crazy in order to do this. Because we're taking on so much more work than we used to do because there's so much more to do. You know, we got to create videos, we got to create profiles that we couldn't create before. And so we have to pay for all of those things. But if I don't want to raise my prices to be extremely expensive because I want to be able to service the small mom and pop shops, then I need to automate. And so I've been working on automating so I don't have to, charge $5,000 a month like all my other competitors. And so I feel like I finally gotten to that point where we have like the automations, we have the quality control, we've been testing things and things are working really well. Like our clients are getting amazing results. And so I'm ready to start talking about it and start maybe running ads, start running email campaigns, running some automations for prospecting because I'm ready to rank some more clients and get everyone else signed up. So super exciting time in SEO. Try to find, even if you don't work with me, find an SEO that is innovating and paying attention to all the changes and find someone who's doing stuff that's on this checklist. This is like basic important things in my mind. They're basic at least, but some people just, a lot of agencies completely neglect it. And so it's super surprising, but don't get neglected. Don't sign up with an agency that doesn't care about you. Either do your own SEO, find a good SEO, or work with us because we're good at what we do.